As we last left off with everyone breaking out of their jail cell, you managed to take out the 5-man crew, put them all in a cage, and currently are now docked at the harbor of a small island. Looking over the island, you can see that there's no one really living here, but you do see footsteps far out in the distance. But before going out, you all had decided to go into the captain's quarters for one reason or another. I wonder why. And this is where you currently are at now.
Well, I mean, it looks like one of us is taking a nap. Okay, well, I'm gonna look around and see what I can't find in all of these random chests around here, so...
Yeah, I was very interested in the captain's hat.
You do find the captain's hat. I explicitly made mention of that. But the rest of the stuff, it's fair game. Looking at the first chest you see, it is an orange, almost steel-like contraption. It is locked, but it doesn't seem to be unbreakable.
Okay, let me see what I got here. Can I just, try to use my hand axe to just kind of get it open?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why you wouldn't...
Well, while you're all looking for keys, I'm just gonna kind of break things.
Whatever works.
Go ahead and roll your damage dice.
Okay. Come on, thing. You can do it.
If you get eaten by a mimic, you deserve it.
All right.
Roll one.
The box isn't moved.
Doing damage to it would be better than trying to unlock the mimic, right?
Do I not have this set up to automatically roll? Nope. Okay, hold on.
You can just click on the hand axe and it'll do the damage.
I did, but because I didn't have it set where it automatically rolled the damage, it only did the... So the 3 is the damage.
Okay.
Plus your strength.
Why is it not doing that? Can you take a look at my sheet real quick and tell me if I did something wrong?
Sure.
On the damage line, it should read 1d4 plus dex. Or 1d6.
I don't know. It says attack, strength plus whatever, and then damage 1d6 plus whatever slashing.
Sorry, yeah, if strength is better, you obviously do strength, but you can throw hand axes, right?
Right, so that'd be more dex, yeah, but I mean, it's all clicked there. I think I did.
Yeah, you rolled 4 plus your 1 dex. But
Okay.
for regular, you should put in strength instead of dex.
Okay.
I'm a rogue. I forgot.
Okay, so I guess I did 3 damage from that, their orangish
Okay.
case.
You managed to strike 3 damage to the case, and it does seem to chink off half of it. But the other half is still remaining, if only barely.
While she's doing that, I'm looking over the table to see what...
What do I roll to search the whole room?
Like you're trying to search the room before everyone else? Because that'd be nearly impossible.
No, whenever it's my room, or whenever it's my...
Oh, to search over the room, giving it a quick glance, would be a perception check.
Dope.
Want to make a more detailed search.
Last time you spoke about the cloak that the captain had on, and I don't think anybody grabbed it. Was there anything of significance? I mean, I would love to have a fancy cloak.
I believe it was just leather armor, but designed as a giant cloak for a captain. Beyond that, let me look at my notes. No, just a very nice, fanciful coat. It could be sold at a good price, especially for if you find someone that collects pirate gear.
Yeah, I'd like to take the cloak. Leather on.
Looking at the map around you, you can tell that there is distinctive markers of sites that they were going to or came from. And my cat's making noise.
I was gonna say someone's got some input.
Anyways, you also see what appears to be a pig already cooked and ready to eat, just never got a chance to. You see a scroll placed on a desk, but the writing seems to be ancient. Do you speak Primordial?
I do actually.
Oh, that's interesting then.
Nice.
From what you can read, it does have 7 site locations. Correlating this to the map, these are perhaps the sites that they've circled on it. These seem to be ancient treasure sites from the looks of things.
Oh,
That's pirates. Oh.
The last thing that's on the desk is a periscope.
Sorry, which?
Periscope.
A purse.
Periscope.
Periscope.
It's a telescope, but you can fold it into itself. At any rate.
So I point out to everyone else that the map seems to correlate with the scroll and have treasure sites on it.
I look over my shoulder, but I'm still trying to bust this thing open.
That's fair.
Alright. I'll finally look for the key.
Alright. Before that, though, Navy, what exactly are you looking at with the mirror?
Yeah, I'm looking at this mirror, and I guess see if there's anything weird about it.
Are you investigating it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and investigate it.
Alright.
Hey.
You investigate the
I
mirror,
need to turn off my.
and it does seem to be of various quality. Of a varying quality. You can tell that it was made and forged by various metals and magic enchantments. This is a scrying mirror. With a very large one.
Well, it's a good thing we commandeered this ship, because this mirror can scry shit for us. Tell everyone that.
We could scry the places on the map.
Hey.
Perhaps you just need to know of locations, which you do, or of people, which you don't. However, still getting used to character names. Jazz, you do manage to break the hinge off of it.
Hey.
However, before you open it, Soap, did you come up with a character name, or is it still Soap?
Yeah, I did, call me Coast for short.
Kos. Alright then. Kos, examining the area that you currently see, did you roll investigation?
Yeah.
Does that help you at all, changing my nickname in Discord?
No, I just need to actually put it on your tokens, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna do it now. But in the meantime, did you roll for investigate? Yes, you did, 10. And what exactly are you investigating?
I want to find that key.
Investigating the area for a key, you don't really seem to find anything in this room. If there was a key that was supposed to be here, it is not. Which means it's
Can I go
either...
check the guy we knocked out?
Hmm?
Can I check the guy we knocked out?
You did check him already.
Okay. The plot thing.
Investigating
Cal's
the...
gonna walk.
Go ahead.
Because he's never seen himself. He's gonna look at himself in the mirror.
I see.
Never seen a puddle of water in his whole life. It's dry, very dry.
Too many glaciers.
Examining yourself in the mirror, it does perplex you for a quick second. Not enough to convince yourself that this isn't you, but it's strange looking at a mirror for the first time.
Wow.
And I look strange.
You look different, but no one in this group looks different than. You look different, but the entire group looks different. So it might not be a bad thing.
I'm gonna search for maybe any kind of hidden compartments on the floor under said rug.
That would be investigating, but didn't you want to investigate the entire room?
Sure.
I'm not trying to pressure you to do one thing or the other. I'm just asking.
Nah, I want to look for hidden stuff.
Okay.
I don't find anything.
You look at the area for any hidden traps, measurement tools, some sort of cage that is hiding a lost princess from an endless kingdom. You do find something. You open it. It seems to be a very small latch. And opening the door, it is roughly the size of your palm. Inside appears to be a small cupcake.
Is it a magical cupcake?
Investigating it with Arcana might help you, but it smells delicious. It smells delicious.
Oh, I'm gonna place it back inside and close.
All right. Save that for a rainy day.
I bet it's full.
But going back to Jazz, do you open the locked cabinet? Well, locked chest.
Thing.
You do have it unlocked, but do you open it? It's the thing.
Oh. Can I open it like just a tiny bit and then like try to see if I can see if there's any creature or weird thing in there before I open it all the way?
You can. It'd just be sleight of hand.
You keep cutting out for me.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
And I'll stand by with my spear to stab it just in case it's something.
I appreciate that.
Before she does that, oh, never mind.
Flawlessly.
You turn your hand almost into a small bent curve. You slip it through and observe before that. In the meantime, Thal quickly grabs onto the top of the chest to make sure that no pressure is bounced out. Remy, concerned about this, begins to contemplate things, but in that quick moment, you do see what appears to be a small red device ready to be jotted out towards your direction. However, around it seems to be articles of clothing and some small jewels.
So there is something in there that wants to hurt me.
Yes.
So I'm going to let the two know that are over here with me that there is definitely something in there that wants to come out and bite me.
It sounds like a feral cat.
It does, doesn't it?
That's
So
the alarm system.
is there something any of us three could use to safely disarm whatever this is or stop whatever this is?
Maybe not you three, but perhaps a rogue would be able to disarm it.
No, normally this is my sort of a thing, but I've been stabbed rather badly.
Okay, well, I'll say...
Don't we have healing potions?
Yeah, doesn't someone have healing spells or something? Or do I? Oh, wait a second. No, yeah, I do. Come here, I'll heal you if you disarm this for me.
Huzzah!
And then I'll split the jewels with you.
Sounds like-
Before we go messing around fuddling with whatever is in this cursed chest, you guys mind if I use detect magic on the room?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Do that.
As you detect magic, you find that there are multiple things that are magical. The first one is the mirror, which you've already identified thanks to Navy. The second one, surprisingly enough, is the piece of parchment written in Primordial that Viviana was able to find. And the third one, ironically enough, is the one that Jazz currently is at.
Not the cupcake.
Actually, when you look at the cupcake, for some reason, you can't detect anything there.
Oh, wait a second. Does that thing just
Thank
create
you,
food?
Bella.
There's a tiny chef in there. Okay.
Hey, would you look at that? I found a magical healing cupcake. Come over here, Cobalt. And
No.
Oh God. Okay. So I'm gonna, while everybody's looking at magic things, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Bringing me back up to full.
Awesome.
Damn, that's really good. That 12 HP.
Yep.
Damn.
Alright.
We're level 1. Settle down.
Kaz, you can go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
wait, what?
Could I perhaps use my thieves' tools?
Yes, you can. I just didn't know you had
Slightly
them.
better. Oh.
Well, that could end badly for you.
Wait, can I help him? I have bardic inspiration.
It's the natural one is the problem.
Nah, it's fine. I'll let it happen. Kaz, you're on the wrong side.
Oh, I thought it was the other orange box. My bad.
Now, multiple orange boxes, just all on one side. Oh, that's not bad. So I'll just tell you what happens, but I'll still make it a natural one. Cause as you slip in the system, you feel like you disconnect it. And then you open it out of instinct because you know it's gone. Immediately, something wafts straight towards your head and bops you straight on the side of your shoulder. It doesn't hurt you, but it does feel degrading. It hits the ground and you can see that it is a small boxing glove.
That's what it was. It's a boxing glove. God.
What did we hijack the Joker's ship?
Okay, so we're gonna come take the gems out, and I'm gonna split them with him, especially now that he looks so defeated by this little boxing glove.
I mean, to be
Keep
fair,
in mind that this kobold is like 2.5 feet tall. It's just like, what?
to be fair, the boxing glove does 1d6 plus 3 points of damage.
Oh.
Oh no!
Okay,
So
now I
it on
really
me.
feel
It
like I'm
would've-
splitting these gems.
It would have hurt, but thankfully enough, it didn't.
No.
But the gem's value is roughly... All the gem's value is roughly worth 100 gold, and there's 7 of them.
Okay.
You know what? I'll make it simpler. Each gem is worth 50 gold, and there's 7 of them.
Whew. Okay, so I'll because I'm not the one who took the bravery in opening it, I'll give him 4 of them, and I'll take 3 for myself.
There is still the other articles of clothing inside.
Yeah, I'm taking all that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very fair exchange.
Just so I can look through it first. And I healed him. So I mean, if we really want to talk about fair, I used my healing spell I can only use once till we rest.
I do like the shiny things.
Yeah, here, have some shiny things. More shiny things than me. 4 of them. Here you go.
Yes.
So I rolled a 16 total for perception earlier. Do I find anything interesting in the room?
With the 16, you can tell that there is a strange mirror to your side. A slightly out of place... Oops, sorry, wrong click. A slightly out of place board on the ground, which you've already found. A strange map on the desk. Boots that seem out of place, as some of them appear to be women's size, but based on the captain, would not... Well, you don't know his preferences, but doesn't currently carry women's boots on his feet. And then working boots behind that.
You said there was an out of place board?
That was where Remy found the cupcake.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go check out the boots then.
Alright. Other than that, the only thing with the 16 you're able to find is vials inside of a bookcase along with other books, and what appears to be a spittoon. I don't know how to make the pink sound. Thank you. Looking at the boots, they do seem interesting. They do and are made out of fine leather material. Do you put them on? Observe them?
There's a lady hiding somewhere in here.
Observe them.
Alright, observing them, you do see that they fall after like 3 seconds. You can roll insight with that, actually.
Exploding.
That one's not my cat.
+1.
Yeah, that would make sense. Looking at the boots, you can tell that they were hastily placed there, as if someone was in a rush to not be spotted or seen. Based on how they fell so easily, they were recently placed there. Which means two things. Either the captain was playing dress up and is very comfortable with his masculinity, or there might be someone else in this room.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Guys.
Stardust.
Everybody,
I'm gonna walk over
check.
here and
Give me a second. I think my cat wants food or attention. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Did we ever tie up the captain?
Yeah, we did, and they're
Okay.
all in the cage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ended up trying to shoot a rope around his legs, and that didn't go so well.
Hey,
And then I tried to pull it. I forget what happened. A lot
I'm gonna go
happened.
out to the agent.
Yeah, okay.
Doop, 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 doop.
You think he's gonna go cut another ear off?
Never.
I just have this feeling.
Oh, come out! All their ears are cut off. We said you were only going to take one from them. I just decided to
It's
both.
like an orchestra of, or a choir of screaming.
Oh no!
Oh god.
They wanted food.
Sounds about
I
right.
often do.
fair enough.
Alright,
Hey, I'm gonna go check the cages to make sure everyone's still there. I don't know if this person may have let them out or.
okay, investigating the area of the cage, you do find that each member of said crew is inside.
Okay, I come back and report that to the peeps.
Yay!
Okay. How would we check to see if there's someone else in the room that we can't see?
If one of you has True Sight, has a magical spell that allows you to see invisible creatures, a standard investigation rule. 16 didn't cut it, I'm afraid.
Detect magic, didn't.
Has anyone got a really good investigation?
Question: do we know that there's a creature in here?
No, you can only assume two things. Detect magic did not detect a person.
Can I do a stealth check and just go around slapping the air to see if I slap somebody?
Can I see if there's something in this chest? Getting in front
Well,
of.
Sure.
From a meta standpoint,
What was that?
I was saying from a meta standpoint, I have something that would work, but if I don't have any indication,
You really have no indication.
Well, I think
Jack-
the indication we have at this time is there are no women in this crew that's out there, like that's could
Maybe
be.
he's the
Who's the-
seller from From what did I say earlier? From
Stardust.
Stardust.
Okay, quick question. Are the ladies' boots the same size as the
They are
Ah.
not. They're actually bigger.
Oh,
What?
that's awkward.
Huh?
Maybe if we just start talking crap about the big lady feet, she'll come out and try to like smack one of us or something.
Let's just open all these boxes. There
Uh,
can't be much more else for her to hide.
Maybe do you try opening that box? I know you said you wanted to try.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead. It is locked, so it's not locked per se, but it is latched, closed.
So what should I roll?
Crowbar.
You just have to unlatch it.
Careful.
So I don't have to. I could just. Do I have to roll anything?
No, you just have to unlatch it and then open it.
I'm like coming over to like make sure something jumps out. I have my hand axe in hand.
All right. While people are grouping up, Liviana, were you checking out the bookcase?
Yes.
Checking out the bookcase, you can see what appears to be 5 different books, 3 potions, 2 empty bottles, and then 2 other red vials that you believe are standard health potions. Do you check the books out?
Yes.
As you're reading the books, you can tell that each one has a separate language attached to it. One has a celestial, one has infernal, one has elven, one has sylvan, and one has primordial.
Oh, no undercommon? No, just kidding.
So I have the ability to speak and read Celestial, Primordial, and of course Elvish. So I'm going to check those out.
All right. From what you can tell, these are books that are maybe the captain or someone else has been using to teach themselves this language. Each book can correlate with one another if you speak one of the languages that can help you learn the other.
Wow. So he's not a complete dummy out there.
Or they're not his.
I'm gonna pocket the health potion.
All right, there's 2.
Oh.
Then there's 2 empty vials and 3 other potions that you do not know what they are.
I'm going to ask the group after continuously looking over at those lady shoes, do you guys really think he was the captain? Or do you think maybe there's someone else in here?
He had a very fine hat. No, it is in the cat.
Well, how do we know it's not her hat? He wasn't wearing it when he attacked us.
That's a very good point.
I mean, not that I'm gonna insult guys who like to wear ladies' clothes. Like, that's cool too.
Can I check under the bed?
I start looking underneath the table and the bed. And
Are you still gonna open that chest?
Yeah,
that you were
I
gonna...
am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready to help you if something tries to get you.
Can I
So
go?
could I? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Could I possibly like open the potions and sniff them and like inspect them a little bit further?
That is a
I look at them before sniffing them.
We learn in chemistry. We waft. We waft. We don't sniff.
So she just passes out. We're like, what just happened?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Is like, I used my healing spell already.
You can tell they're magical. You just can't really tell what they are.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to open this box. Can I roll like some kind of a perception check or I don't know what I would roll for this, but to see if it's been like open recently within the last
That'd be investigation, which isn't too difficult.
investigation.
While she's doing that, can I let her, Liviana know that I might be able to come help her with those when I'm done making sure nothing attacks her?
Sure.
Okay, telling you that I can help. Hopefully.
Okay, where is that database?
So am I rolling the? So I feel like I'm rolling this wrong.
You have
How do
it
I change that?
at the top of your above your like personality traits and all that. It says advantage, normal, disadvantage, and all that. Make sure it's clicked to normal.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that on here.
Okay,
Let me
so
try
then go to the
refreshing
gear.
my.
Go to the gear on the far right, with core biospells gear. The second
Mhm.
line right under that gear should be advantage top instead of always advantage.
Wait, you said click on the gear,
Yeah.
and then where would it say that?
The second
Okay.
line.
It should look like this. It's in
The-
Discord.
Both.
Oh,
Just-
well.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Remy, you do easily pocket the scroll, and you know that Liviana is able to read it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Thal, you look underneath the bed. It is. Actually, it's kind of expected at this point. Underneath the bed, you do see what appears to be women's clothing.
I meant the cabinet in front of me.
Oh, my bad. You open the cabinet and it does appear to have various garbs of piratey feeling. You do see coats, jackets, swashbuckler swords. They're standard long swords and rapiers. 2 rapiers, 2 long swords inside. What appears to be a strange mechanical device that is roughly 7 inches long, and then curves at one end, but not all the way at the end.
2 sets of boots, 2 sets of
I roll
weapons.
It also smells a little of iron.
Smells a little what?
Iron.
Can I roll insight on it?
You can, but based off of your character, would probably have disadvantage.
Got it. Guys, it's pretty cool. What is it?
Oh, do you just show the group?
Yeah, I hold it up like Simba.
Okay, so that's an insight check, you said?
To see if someone opened it? Yes. However, as you investigate, go ahead and roll. Jazz and Remy and maybe Liv. Kaz probably wouldn't be able to figure it out. Thal does have what appears to be a flintlock pistol drawn towards Remy as he just points it out. Just showing people.
Oh God, you Neanderthal! Don't be pointing that thing at people.
Shit.
It is empty.
What'd you say, Kath?
It is thankfully empty. So if it did misfire, it wouldn't have fired a thing.
So we'll go, ah! And then.
But
So what's in that chest then?
Yeah, what's in this chest over here?
Oh, if you're not gonna roll investigation, you can just open it. I was waiting on the investigation roll.
I thought I
man.
did roll.
Before,
I think she
Oh.
already. Did you already roll?
And
Yeah,
my
you did.
internet is cutting out so bad right now.
It was a 15.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. I got super distracted.
Yeah.
Investigating it, you can tell that roughly 20 to an hour ago it was recently used. You can tell it was hastily closed.
Whoa. Is my internet the only one that's making everybody sound
No.
really funny?
No, it's mine.
It was like,
Okay.
and it's always at like right at the important parts. But pretty much, I got from that. I could tell it's been used recently within the last hour and a half. He said, I think, and it was hastily closed.
Yes.
Probably when someone yelled for, for him to come attack us.
Right, and I've
Yeah.
heard everybody kind of speculating that somebody else could possibly be in this room at this point.
Uh-huh.
So is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up a little bit and just be like, you guys, this has been open recently, and with everything going on right now, I don't know. We should all check this out as probably.
I can try to sleight of hand it again.
No, I can open it. It can just
Are
be
you
open.
sure you want to just open it though?
I just want us to be ready when it is opened in case somebody is in it.
Dogma, I do have a question. You'd mentioned that
Sorry.
the orange chest had glowing, meaning I could detect magic. Is the chest still glowing, or was what they took out of it part of what was glowing?
Other red chest. That one. And it's no longer glowing. Jazz is glowing now, though.
Ooh!
Okay, that's what I wanted.
I'm glowing. Can I do an Arcana check on myself?
You got the good gems.
I think
Dogma, I want to take the telescope off the table and use it to open the box, so I have some light for me in the box.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say, since I seen the glowing object move, then I know that Jazz has a magical object, so I'd like to ask her what she had pulled out.
And me, being the suspicious person that I am, asks why.
Well, I had said I was going to detect magic, and I detect that you now have a magical object in your possession. So I'm quite curious what you went and found.
There was some gems and clothes.
Well, may I see the gems that you have?
I am wary, but I'm gonna trust him because we're supposed to be a team, and I will hand them out.
All right.
So, detect magic says that I learned the school of magic if it has one. Do any of the gems that I look at have a school of magic in particular?
The gems possess no magical abilities.
It's my clothes. So do you tell me that you don't sense anything?
Yeah.
Each piece of clothes slowly and individually so you can pick up which one it is.
While this is going on, maybe Liviana and Thal, do you just open the cage? Well, not cage. Poor choice of words. The trunk.
I was gonna say, is it a cage?
Freudian
Are you walking her in there?
I grabbed the periscope and I extended it all the way out, and I want to wait for everybody to be paying attention to this trunk when we open it up. So I'm thinking that I will wait for them to settle their debate about magical items, and then when they're ready, I will pop the thing open with
Sounds
the periscope from far away.
Koso, jump up on the table and draw a short.
But we'll wait until everybody's ready to do this. So you guys finish your magic detecting
Our
abilities.
magic clothes.
Looking at each magical garment, you then...
And if I see anything blue, I'll ask for it. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Keep going.
As you begin to investigate the clothing, and Thal just looks at the bookcase now, you can tell that there are various articles of clothing, roughly 7 to 8 sets, some more shirts than others, and more pants than others, and other. Poor choice of words. Grammar. Anyways.
I'm
each
carrying
one...
around a lot of clothes. Sorry.
Yes, you are.
You picked up a whole trunk worth.
Trunks are big.
Why not?
However, A full set of clothes roughly could match each of you or none of you. It all depends on what you choose. The magic inscribed upon it is illusion and enchantment.
Ooh. So glad I grabbed that.
There are roughly 10 sets of clothing with these indicated markers.
Okay, I'm gonna say everybody freeze. Wait, did you tell me that all
So-
these clothes have this?
Well, I'm the one that has detect magic, so I would know that it's enchanted and has illusion. So I'll go ahead and share with the group that all of the clothing that I can see has these properties.
There
Okay.
are also other articles of clothing that have nothing.
Okay, but there's enough clothes for all of us to have magical clothes?
+2.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep the +2, but I want to tell everybody that they can have a set of magical clothes that I will share.
Thank you.
And if there are blue ones, here you go.
Thank you.
There are.
Yes. Hi.
Fashion show.
Mine.
Fashion show later. First, let's open the trunk.
All right, we ready?
Let's do it.
Rip the pike in the direction of
Okay, standing as far away as I can, I pop it open with the thing.
As you pop it open, the music cuts out. I don't really know how you'll react, so I'm gonna go with this one.
Is this the part in the movie where we all die?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Just had to be sure.
As you open the trunk,
There's a
you
lady in
see...
that box.
Oops, she's very small.
It's a fairy.
She's actually supposed to be a little bit bigger than most of you.
I was gonna say, so he's Captain Hook.
Inside you, what appears to be a small, cramped woman. However, as she does step out now that you've opened the box, you can tell that she towers over most of you, unless you are 8 feet tall.
Oh, not Captain Hook.
To be precise, she is 7 feet 8 inches, has red ponytails on each side. Her image does depict someone of early 20s to mid 20s. The articles of clothing around her does signify wealth and extravagance. However,
So she literally had to, sorry. She literally had to contort her body in there?
yes.
Okay.
Tal's character immediately falls in love.
I'm still holding my hand axe up.
Okay.
I step back and grab my dagger, looking at her very suspicious.
She looks like she was about to throw a punch, but then notices that none of you are the people she thought. Just puts down her punch, and because none of you reacted the way I thought, the music tempo then changes once more.
I'm gonna ask her to explain why she's cramped up inside the box.
She sighs and then goes, sorry. I've been there for about an hour now. Basically I was held prisoner. Do you know how that goes when someone steals your ship?
Can we do like a check to see if she's telling the truth?
You may.
Insight?
Let's do like an insight check, or
It would be insight, yes.
no? I don't know nothing.
Why?
So she's saying this is her ship?
Yes.
Aww.
Kaz, Remy, and especially Liviana, you can tell that she is telling the truth. Liviana, however, can tell that the articles of clothing that were stuffed underneath the bed, the boots that were just thrown to the other side, I don't think you picked out anything else. Some of the articles of clothing that Jazz had and found, and the educational books that didn't exactly belong to the pirate, you are able to deduce with certainty that this is in fact her ship, and it was stolen relatively recently. As for one thing, the cupcake was never eaten, and it was still preserved. The boots might have. Now that you think about it, he might have just been trying them out, but then got distracted and put them down quickly.
So all of this stuff is hers, which means she's gonna want her clothes back.
Most of
I
the
mean-
stuff is hers.
We did liberate her ship from a bunch
Yeah,
of
she should definitely let me keep the clothes and give them to my friend, since we did kind of save her butt.
You say out
But
loud.
I'm gonna say that to my group, but even though she can hear.
Like we're talking about this with her in front of us, knowing she
Yeah,
can hear, but
exactly.
we're
That's
just
exactly
like,
what I'm
well,
doing, because
well.
I'm still kind of not. I don't got my wits about me seeing this woman that's way too tall climbing out of this chest. So I'm just kind of like,
She then states, right. The size will probably be a little daunting for some people. Here, let me switch that up. She then snaps her fingers, and herself, as well as the clothing on her, goes down to a medium-sized creature.
now I'm just looking at her like she's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So tell us more about yourself. No.
She gets out and goes, my name is Rita. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I can only assume, unless you're more pirates.
Nope, slaves actually,
But we got free.
but we're
We took the ship
liberated,
back.
and they're locked in a cage if you want them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that.
With all their ears intact.
All the mics at once.
Tal's character size and discipline.
I'm gonna say out loud that pirate does have a good ring to it.
Does.
She snickers and goes, I don't mind pirates as long as they're not stealing from me. But at any rate, if you have been set free, I'm assuming you're looking for a job?
I'm not opposed to one.
She then
Sure.
comes over in this direction and then goes, well, if you look here, and then notices the scroll is now gone.
Coast is just like jamming gems down his boots. Like,
Oh my god. I already gave you some. Stop it.
no, the ones that you gave me are technically hers.
Oh, right. Mine are already put away, so.
It's just fumbling with them. Oh, what are you talking about? What stones?
So is someone going to cough up the scroll, or?
You don't have...
Oh, Remy, you have the scroll.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's fine. I've memorized most of it anyways. But at any rate, there was a scroll here. Maybe the pirates stolen it. I'm not really sure. Anyways, these are locations I need to investigate for my client. She puts up air quotes. And seeing as they took me, kidnapped me, and stole my ship before my crew could get back, I am in need of assistance.
Did we get a ruling on all these insight rolls?
Yeah, she was telling the
There.
truth.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Now, though, for this statement, you don't know. She then states, as motorcycles go through my window, and you did seem to be wanting of certain items that I have.
Like an entire ship.
Shh.
I mean, more like payment, jewels, looking at your pockets, and the clothes you found.
Well, to be fair, before we knew you existed, we were going to take the ship.
That's fair. I mean, you didn't exactly know anything. But if you did manage to find a docking station with an actual port, you would have likely been found out and... I would say more of jailed than impounded. Impounding's the wrong word.
No, we have a whole palace, like, right outside.
Roll
we
deception. It's pretty good.
How did slaves get a palace?
We stole it.
I suppose you might. Don't really know what's been happening for the last 5 days.
You've been in that box for you've been in that box for an hour. So where have you been for 5 days while they were taking over your ship?
They kept me in the cage for about 2 days, the dock somewhere, and the captain decided to keep me in here.
And that's when he picked us up.
Oh.
I'd like to ask about the clothing.
Oh, those? They're magical clothing that have been enchanted. Do you want to know what they do, I suppose?
Yeah,
See?
what are they enchanted to do?
Yeah, are we all getting an outfit?
They're illusionary script magic as well as enchanted. The enchantment is able to increase your AC by a +1. So as long as you wear the clothing on your person, you will continuously have that. The illusionary script, however, does keep you from getting rather dirty. I don't really care for grime or blood if I don't need to.
I'd also like to ask more about the client that you mentioned. What does he want with these points of interest?
To be perfectly honest, I am not quite sure. He told me that he found this map and this, he called it an ever-moving scroll, and he wanted me to investigate it.
So in other words, he's like, go be in danger so I don't have to be, and if you die, it's no big loss to me.
He
How
paid
nice.
half of it in advance.
Still sounds like a tool.
That's quite true. But regardless of that, if you decide not to take this offer, it's all well and good. It's not like it can force you to do anything, but other than
Team huddle.
that one, looking towards Navy, I don't believe you can drive a ship.
Do we wanna huddle up and talk over here? And I kind of like motion away.
Huddle, huddle.
So
I'd like to stand on the table if at all possible.
You're gonna stand on the table to huddle.
So
Because
I'm
that
gonna
would put me
like,
more.
Tiny. You'll be more
like kind of
level
like
with
the level.
us.
So I'm gonna kind of like whisper like, what do we want to do?
I mean, we were just slaves a minute ago. Having something to do right now doesn't sound terrible to me.
Do you know how to drive a boat? I don't know how to drive a boat.
Does anybody know how to drive a boat?
I don't.
I only know how to navigate the waters. Like, if we need to go somewhere, I can do that, but I don't know how to do a boat.
Outside of character, I was gonna work it into my background, but I didn't
Forgot.
actually plan
I
it.
specifically avoided the sailor background, so you did.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I did that.
He's like,
Okay,
I'm kidding,
so-
but not really.
So none of us knows how to. I mean, if she's the only one that knows how to drive a boat, it's either stay on this deserted island or go with her. So
I hope we go
Can we
with her
come
and
back to the
ask
island?
her just how to sail.
maybe we could ask her if we can look around the island first before we go.
Because this is going to be our stronghold, right?
I mean, she needs a crew as much as we need a ship.
And then we need a place to dock everything, so this island would be great.
Okay, let's go talk to her about it. If we're in agreement.
I am. Who else?
She keeps the boat, but this is our island now, right?
Yes, agreed.
I say we ask what happened to her last crew.
Ooh, that's
I'm
a good
gonna-
idea.
Pretty sure those people out front killed them. But let's ask.
Or they are them.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was it.
Terrible.
Yeah, let's go ask. Okay.
Just like
So-
turn around.
Yeah, all at the same time. Slow motion at the same time. So, what happened to your last crew? You said.
Half were killed, and the other half were paid off.
Are those guys out there your crew?
About 3 of them. The
So all but the pretty guy?
If you're talking about the air quotes captain, he was part of my initial crew.
Oh. What about that hobgoblin?
No.
Got it.
What about the elf girl, with the pointy ears?
I think it was like everybody but wait, was there how many were out there before? Sorry.
There is a total of 5, including the captain. There was a halfling, a hobgoblin, an elf, male, and I believe a human male.
That's right. The sleep spell was just so effective.
Yep, that was awesome.
Oh,
Okay. So we have everybody locked up now. We want to make a deal since you need us and we need you. We actually don't have a palace outside. I was just being a jerk because I just spent days locked in a cage. But we want this island we're on right now, though, as like our own little safe haven to eventually have a palace on. I have big dreams.
we want
But
to grow a palace.
and then we won't do to you what your last crew did to you.
That seems fair enough. She then looks at the map and goes, "Oh, we're on this island." If I'm not mistaken, she then points the island out.
And then I'm gonna ask her if she knows if there's any really weird creatures on this island, because I saw some pretty funky footprints outside.
This island does sometimes come into contact with poachers. It's rare, but people do come out here.
So we have to put a stop to that.
So
I'm gonna ask her, what's in it for us if we crew her.
Simply enough, parts of the wealth, getting to places, to civilized locations, actually being able to transport from location to location, and depending on what you decide to ask for. I'm not an unreasonable captain, but then looks outside towards the direction of the cage. Apparently some people think I am.
fair enough. I guess our last question. Didn't we have another question? We had another question, didn't we?
Can you teach us how to sail? You know how to run.
That's also a good question.
Well, I'll have to.
Stellar. And do I get to feed the rat?
The rat?
You know, if we get animals on board.
Oh, I suppose so.
Rabbits?
Okay.
But that being said, do we have a deal, or are you still contemplating? You can look around the island if you'd like. Think about it. It's not like we're going anywhere. As you stated, I need a crew.
I have one more question.
Alright.
Would you be willing to share some of the delicious food that you have? Because I'm pretty hungry. I think everyone else is too.
Yeah.
By all means, she then points, I didn't make this one.
Oh, I do remember the other question. Would you be okay before we leave here to go on this quest, the scroll quest thing, if we check out the island a little bit first?
That's quite alright. I did say if you need time to think, you can explore the island before
Yes,
doing
yes. Okay,
anything.
we definitely want to do that. Gotta go
know we-
pick out the area for our palace.
Then explore away.
Do you know what type of creatures are on that island?
I don't completely, but I had heard rumors that it is a site for a certain band of brigands. I believe they called themselves and part of the term, the D team. I never investigated it further than that, though.
No, this is our island now.
Yes.
We're the F team. We're gonna F them up.
She lightly
Wow.
chuckles. Then good luck to you then. By the way, if you come back and the former crew disappears or winds up dead in their cage, don't worry about it.
Aye.
Look to
'cause
the
you
guy that
drowned
wants ears. Well, if you want their ears, I guess now would be the time to get them.
Yeah, now would be the time.
I don't do trophies.
Choose for you.
Okay, I'm gonna start, like, making my way out.
I love the image of this giant lady just like tying a chain to the cage, and like as we're leaving, she's like, "Okay, have a good time." She's like pushing it off the deck.
Right.
And I'm making my way downtown.
Walking fast. Alright, who was the last one to leave?
Oh, and I'm keeping the hat.
As you walk out, I end up keeping the hat. You flip it for some, drama.
It's fine. It's for ceremonial purpose anyways.
Who's the last
Also-
one leaving the room?
I ask if I can keep an article of her clothing as a token.
Oh my gosh, come on.
You already all have them, I am assuming.
She gave us all a piece of clothing, right?
She
A
didn't
full
tell you to
sets of
give it to
clothing.
her. So yes.
We know which piece Kaz is gonna wear.
So are they like shape shifting, or does Coase just look like a first year Hogwarts student draped in stuff?
It does reshape because it's magical onto your body. It fits quite well.
That's funny.
But who was the last one to leave is what I said before.
Can I keep this?
I'll be the last one up.
Alright,
Can
go ahead.
Can I keep the what is it called? The telescopes thingy?
Periscope?
Yes.
You bent it a little, but she doesn't bar you from taking it.
I ask her for it before I take it. Can I just
okay.
keep this?
It does seem to be a little bent, but by all means.
Cool.
Can we tell what race she?
You can tell that she does maybe have a little giant genetic parenthood. Or maybe a Goliath. But she does look like a human for the most part. But Remy, you said you were the last one to leave?
Yeah.
As you step out, she does stop you for a second. Wait one moment. She opens up a hidden compartment, which you know of, and takes out a cupcake. Here. Hands it over. It might be useful later on.
But what does it do?
You didn't find out.
And how am I gonna? How do I know I can trust?
You really don't.
Fair enough. So I'll pocket it.
Alright. Do you all head out to the island?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And I did want to ask, because technically kobolds are supposed to have disadvantages in direct sunlight, but I've got a big ol' hat.
You got a sun hat on.
He freaking does. That is amazing. That was smart thinking.
That was smart thinking. I didn't think of it.
And if that didn't work, I was like, alright, we gotta find a way to get me sunglasses.
I would say long range attacks are still disadvantage, but short range, you're good.
Alright. Fair.
So I'm going to ask everyone if they want to go check out those footprints that are leading onto our island. I'm going to emphasize the our.
Yeah. Can I use the periscope that I got to search around the island first?
You're out in the water.
Switching tokens. It's my hat acting.
Yes, go
He's
ahead.
a crocodile. He's fine. What do I roll?
Perception with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Can I just roll it again?
Just roll again, yeah.
12.
Oh, I guess my 12.
Investigating the site, you do see footprints leading to the north section. Investigating to the northeast, you do see other footprints leading into the forest. Investigating to your northeast, but closer east, you do see that there's a small band of... it's hard to tell. They look kind of like rats, but about the size of a kobold.
I'll tell my party what I see. Everything. Where would we like to go first?
Someone want to...
Well, I mean, okay, so the prints, do they look like people prints or dragon prints? And then we have the rodents of unusual size.
Yes. As you win.
Yes.
You do have rodents of unusual size leading to your east. To your northeast, you have what appears to be strange humanoid footprints. And to the north, more north, you can tell that there are gigantic beast-like footprints.
Can I, like, stealth my way over to those footprints to get a better look?
Sure.
Hopefully, I don't regret this. As everything freezes. And then I see it. That's nice.
Investigating the site, you do seem to rustle some of the area. You don't see that anything's coming towards you, but you do manage to eventually get to the footprints.
Okay. So I want to maybe my investigation is horrible. YOLO?
Go for it.
God, my stealth is actually really good, so that first one sucked. Okay.
Investigating the site, you can tell that these are massive creatures. Creatures that you've never seen before. At least, not in nature. Or at least nature you're used to.
Okay. I'm gonna run back to everybody and tell them what I saw before I get noticed.
Alright.
So I run back and I tell you guys what I saw.
Should we try to go investigate further?
I think we should follow the people track. There's always going to be beasts on our island.
As you say that, you can go ahead and roll a turn order. As the strange rat of unusual size comes toward your direction.
I come back from the bathroom too. You can go ahead and roll
Oh,
churn
right.
order.
I have to, like, actually click my character first. I swear I know what I'm doing. Haha, I did it right that time. 22.19?
If you're wondering about the decimal places, it's because I've turned on tiebreaker, which just my dex is 19. So that's what that.
Okay. I was like, that is some interesting numbers. What, a 0?
I haven't inputted their numbers.
Oh, I was like, sucks for them. They don't even know how to roll right. As if we're all actually standing on a beach rolling dice right now.
That's right.
I'm going first. No.
Thankfully enough,
Cock die.
Thankfully enough, they aren't exactly notorious for thought in combat. So you see what appear to be 4 goblins and 2 giant rat-like goblin creatures aiming towards your direction. Kos, you are up first.
Must eradicate. Oh.
Eradicate. Well, last
exactly.
time
I'm glad you got it. Thank you. Sorry.
last time I charged in, I got pretty dummied, so I'm gonna try for the bow. So do I have disadvantage because of sunlight, or just not disadvantage?
For long range, disadvantage. For short range, the standard.
Alright. 13.
13 does manage to hit. Alright.
Twang.
You twang your bow and it aims straight towards one of the goblins. Aiming straight through, you do see that he gets hit.
I'm better at the up close work, really. And I'm done.
Alright. You do see that he is heavily bleeding out, but is still alive. Navy.
I don't have any ranged attacks, do I?
Not that I'm aware of.
And I don't have any weapons yet. Or do I? Because when I got out of the cage, I don't think I came out with anything.
You came out with your space equipment.
Oh.
But for a monk, I don't think they have any... Unless you have daggers.
I'm like, well, I have those blue daggers I picked up, but I don't know how much, was there anything special about those blue daggers?
You never identified them, but because you're gonna use them, it is 1d20 plus 2 plus proficiency. Plus 1.
Wait, so it's, let me see. 1d20 plus 2 plus proficiency plus 1?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I
Oh, wait.
will...
2 isn't your dex, is it?
My dex is...
Monks start with 10 dart.
My dexterity is 2, yeah.
Oh, so I was right.
Oh, that's where you got the plus 2. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I will... How many are there?
There are 2 of those daggers, and then they just... Redemption just stated that you have 10 darts. So you can also throw those if you don't want to throw the daggers.
Yeah, I guess I will stay back, because there's a bunch of them over there. I don't know if I want to get in the mix of that right now. So, thank you, Redemption.
Alright. It is still the same numbers, except you don't add the extra plus 1.
Okay, so I need to set this up in my thing. Let me try to do that real quick. What am I rolling for this? What damage am I rolling for darts?
1d6.
It's 1d4.
Oh, darts, right, sorry.
1d4. Why did that go down there?
I have finesse though, so her range or her dex would add on to it.
Yep.
Yes.
So
And they count as monk weapons, so I think
So
you're still at
what-
1d4 anyway.
1d4 plus anything or no?
Plus
Dex.
2 for your dex.
Is that right? I think so. Right? Did I do that right?
I
Pretty
think
sure
you
I did
added
that
your
right.
strength, not your dexterity, so that would be a 10.
One d4 plus 2, right?
That would be your damage. But you unfortunately didn't hit.
I think I did it wrong. Okay, no worries. Alright, cool. That was my turn. Thank you
Alright,
very
you see
much for
that
helping me. You guys are the best.
you see that the dart lands right in front of this goblin. But it was quite close. Remy, sorry.
Actually, as a monk, you get a second attack.
First
Because
level?
darts are monk weapons. Yeah, it's the martial arts is first level.
Nice.
It is, yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, so I rolled darts. I don't have that set up right. I know I don't.
Roll 1d10 plus 2.
For hitting, right? Like, I'm rolling just to hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and you're
roll
proficient. Sorry, so it's plus 4.
1. Wait, what am I? 1d10, you said? Or
1d20
4?
plus 4.
1d20 plus 4.
Nice, that hits.
So you now roll 1d4 plus 2.
1d4 plus 2.
Yep.
You roll the dart straight towards the individual in front of you. It looks down, and in that instant, you strike with another dart, causing them to go down. He was just barely hanging on.
Woo!
Poor little creature. Or abnormal sized creature.
Remy.
I have a question about this. Is it like tall, mountain, or big rock?
I was gonna ask too.
It appears to be bedrock, roughly 5 feet deep into the ocean, but not so deep you couldn't climb out of it.
Alright, I'm gonna fly in the air.
All right.
I'm gonna go 10 feet up, and I am going to. I'm gonna viciously mock one of the giant rat creatures.
All right then.
Saw his giant red bulbous nose. Looks like a
You think
giant-
you're such an unusual size.
It's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, wisdom save.
12.
Does not beat 14.
It does not. As you mock the giant rat, it's a rat goblin, you manage to strike it, and it hurts. You can see that it's now whimpering and whining, but it's shaking it off. Eventually. But the psychic damage of 4 does strike it. You can see it's bleeding, and it's close to death's door.
Is there anything I can take cover behind?
The
Or are
boat
we pretty open
going
be-
into the water,
Your teammates.
or your teammates.
All right, I want to take cover behind the edge of the boat.
All right. You'll have like 1/4 cover. Let's see.
You're not a very tanky team, are we?
Goblin hounds then charge straight towards you. Let's see. They can get to you.
Yeah, I'm kind of questioning not playing a barbarian right now.
So full of rage.
I'm not in the turn order.
That is weird. Did you click on your token?
That's probably it.
Let's see. What was your initiative roll?
I rolled a 2
plus 3,
and I
so
have
5.
3 initiatives, so 5 total.
Okay. Then I will add you in manually.
Kaz, you have your character page pulled up in D&D Beyond.
Yep.
If you click on the +3 in the initiative box and then click on the big red button on the right side, it'll actually send it through.
And if you have your sheet on Roll20, you just click on your token, and then without clicking on anything else, go to your character sheet and click initiate.
That is true. You see the hound go straight towards you, Tall. However, Jazz, you see the hound go straight towards you, but can't do anything else. However, with Tall, it can strike with a +3 bite attack.
I have a pike. Is it able to get in range of me?
That would be on your turn.
Copy.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
Well, if he has a pike and it's in his hands, then he should get an attack of opportunity at 10.
Only if
It
they
ran
leave.
away.
I thought it was entering.
No,
No,
it's leaving. It's like you're turning your back towards the enemy, giving you a chance to strike.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when it's entering, it's only with the Cavalier.
I think certain
Yeah,
classes
there's-
do that.
But
Or
for
feats.
basic, until you take specific things that let you do that, it's only leaving.
So the rat hound bites into your side for 7 points of slashing damage, technically.
Owie.
Jazz.
Okay. Well, since he's right in front of me, I'm going to.
Real quick question. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
Which one made the attack? Because the one that I yelled at had
Oh, that's a good point.
Was that one right? And that was the one you yelled at?
Yeah, I yelled at whichever one was on that cell area.
There's 13 hit.
And we all have +1 armor, right?
Yep.
Yes.
As long as you put the clothes on, which
Yeah,
I did.
22 is a bridge too far for level 1.
There's 13
But
hit.
13,
You asking if a 13 hits me?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
You're fine. It doesn't bite into you. The clothes stops it. Jazz.
Okay,
You do the Batman.
so I'm gonna go ahead and obviously, let's see, the one right in front of me, I guess, or is it like? Oh yeah, it's only one. Okay. So I'm going to use poison spray on the one right in front of me.
All right, and it's con?
Yep.
Okay. That is a +1 only. And it fails.
And then let's see. Yep. Okay, that's it then. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
As the hound comes rushing towards you, you just spray it with poison. You can tell it's heavily bleeding now, and it's not looking too good.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Liviana.
Okay, I am going to cast Ray of Frost.
All right. On which creature? Okay. Ray of Frost. 23 does in fact hit. And as you aim your Ray of Frost straight towards this creature, it binds it in... And you see that it... You see that it binds into its flesh, causing it to turn into ice. And then slowly and surely, it cracks and falls down into 10 pieces.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move. And that's the end of my turn.
I'm gonna look at you and like nod at you like I'm saying thank you.
Thal.
I'm gonna stab that creature with my pike.
Mm-hmm. $19 does hit, and so does 8. Aiming straight towards the creature.
did you play that noise at the right time, or was that literally just where it
It's
in
right where
the-
it landed.
was?
The pike skewers
was that
through the
just-
rat. And then you just slam it down to the ground as it dies on your pike.
Coup de grace!
Are you going to move?
Can I move?
You can.
Yep, you have your full movement of probably 30 feet. Would actually be helpful for me if you could move up.
Can I rage and then move?
You
Yes.
haven't done a bonus action yet, so yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna go into a barbarian rage. Ah! And then I could only move 25 feet though, because that's my character's movement.
Alright, then you can probably get this far.
Okay, I'll put me there.
So, I'm not huge on barbarian mechanics, but always try to rage before you attack, because rage goes away if you don't do damage after you rage, or you don't get damaged. So if he rage...
Rage's gonna go away.
Well, I mean, if one of those guys decides to attack you, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, you get a bunch of bonuses for raging, so always try to rage before you attack.
Okay.
Alright. Goblin group
I
turn.
gotta say, I really liked your rage initiative, though.
Thanks.
Let's
Rage
see.
initiative.
I liked it. I laughed, but I was muted, and I was like, "Dang it!"
Do I get an attack of opportunity since he went through my area?
You do! But they didn't know that.
He all dies before he even reaches where he was going.
I'm assuming a pike attack, otherwise you wouldn't be able to. Nice!
And you only get one opportunity attack per round. That's how they work.
Okay.
Aiming straight towards the goblin creature, you bind in your pike, causing a good amount of flesh just to come out of it. It is hobbling, but it still manages to get where it wants to go. If only
How do I add the
barely.
barbarian rage?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh. Doesn't that give you an extra dice? It's been a while since I've had to make a barbarian.
Not sure, actually.
On your character sheet, you can click on Barbarian Rage and link it.
Hmm. Rage damage is +2. I know that.
Yeah, that's what it is for...
Like, I just made one, but I haven't played her yet.
Okay.
No, I'm looking at it. The rage damage is +2. And resistance to, non-magical damage.
That is good to know. You see as you pike the goblin just barely gets to where it wants to go. Right in front of Navy. And then it falls down to the ground, dead.
Well,
Well, that was a nice gift.
then. Just looks at it. Okay, then.
The other two creatures do manage to go and try to attack you, Tall. Let's see, they have a +2 to their attacks, so there's one. And
They'll be
there's
at disadvantage, too. Because he's got resistance.
Okay, they both rolled
they're
natural
not at
ones.
disadvantage, but they...
Well, it's a resistance, right? Like, it's
the
a minus.
damage they roll is halved.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna go with the first two. They both rolled natural ones. They do nothing. Cause.
Yep. I will aid you, friend! And Kobold Pack Tactics means that I get advantage because an ally is within 5 feet of my enemy. Which means I get to use sneak attack if I hit. Natural 20.
Does hit.
Sneak attack. Do I roll my sneak attack twice because of natural 20?
On normal circumstances, yes. But only if you really want to kill this thing.
Only if you really want to overkill this thing.
There's goblin bits everywhere, let's put it like that. And that's my
Slash
turn.
in to the goblin where it almost doesn't resemble a goblin anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Almost.
Ew.
Navy.
Good thing you're wearing those clothes.
The blood
keep
is just
us
like
clean.
sizzling off it.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're the cleanest mercenary group ever. Okay.
We're awesome.
Navy.
I can make it up there, right? I want to run up and use my daggers. Because I got them. They're blue.
I believe they're within range of your current speed.
How do I pull that? Thank you.
Yes, you are.
I think my speed's 35 or 30. I can't remember now for some reason.
30 standard.
30 standard, you can easily get there. 35, you can still get there.
I get to the 30 guy. And I want to write this down. So what do I roll to use those daggers?
Daggers are 1d4, but they will get better as you increase because they count as monk weapons.
You have to
You
roll
might as well just.
1d20 plus 5.
Do monks automatically get dual wielding, or is that something they take on later?
Monks get martial arts, which means if they attack with unarmed strikes or a monk weapon, which tons of just like daggers and basic shit counts as, they get to attack twice.
Oh, that's cool. I've never played a monk, so.
And then as a bonus
Okay,
action, I'm pretty sure as a bonus action, you can. I'm pretty sure at this level you can take a unarmed strike as a bonus action.
For these dice,
Maybe not.
For these daggers particularly, to attack, it's 1d20 plus 5. For
Plus
damage,
5,
it's
okay.
1d6 plus 3.
1d6 plus 3?
For the damage.
1d6 plus 3. I'm writing it down so I know every time. Because I want to make things later, but for the sake of the game. Yeah. I'm going to
I
run
did
up.
send a screenshot, which is how to set it up a dex weapon.
You did,
in
but
ones. Yeah.
I always worry that I do the attack, like to do the hitting to attack part.
They should both. Well, if it's a melee weapon, it's strength. If it's a ranged weapon, it's dex. So as long as you remember that with the attack and stuff, you'll be fine.
Jotting down notes. Range weapons, you said are dex.
Yeah, and then melee is strength.
But there are exceptions to the rule. As in
There
all-
are.
I know,
So if
that's
you
why
if you pick a weapon, you can open it actually on roll 20, and it'll even tell you half the time on the weapon itself whether it's a dex or strength.
Okay.
If not, D&D Beyond is an amazing resource for that too.
And I'm gonna try to get better at doing all this stuff, so I apologize that I'm terrible at it right now.
You're fine.
No worries.
That's what the first sessions are really about, is getting it down. So
Okay, so I roll 1d20 plus 5 to strike,
That does hit.
and I get 2 attacks, right?
Correct.
So should I roll my second attack now or after?
Normally, you can roll it now if you believe you won't kill it with the first strike.
Depends on how much copy paste you want to optimize.
Just to do that now.
That also does hit.
Okay. And then to roll damage, I do 1d6 plus 3, right?
Correct.
Yep.
It's 1d4 at this level, sorry.
oh yeah, 1d4 is the first. How many level?
1d4 plus your dex, which is 2 or 3, I forget.
My
This
dex
specific weapon is
2.
1d6 plus 3.
Oh, is it a
Oh.
special dagger weapon?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
1d6. 1d6 plus 3. And I need to roll that twice, right?
Yeah, one for
But
each.
So
Copy. And paste.
Nice.
Yay, my special daggers.
With a quick movement, you go straight towards the goblin, slicing through. Unlike the kobold's furious strikes, getting blood everywhere, you finessely
Steps.
kill this thing, and it falls to the ground with 2 quick precision shots. And combat
We have dinner now.
over. I mean, you might have dinner depending on what you eat.
True.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that, but it worked out. Alright. Now that the secondary option, or third, depending on the options, is now apparent. You don't necessarily need to go to the east section anymore. But that's entirely up to you.
I'm gonna take the sky and peek around.
I'm feeling good. Is anyone hurt?
I'm good. I'm gonna like loot these guys that are in front of me. That's cool.
Sure. You find what appear to be small short swords. Each of them have one, so there's 4 of them. The hounds themselves don't seem to have anything on them. The goblins seem to possess small tattered bits of clothing. Not really worth anything unless someone's super into goblins. They also possess, in total, 8 coins of copper and 1 silver.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the money, but I also want to ask if anyone wants a short sword.
Yeah, I'll take one. What?
I like these daggers. I'm cool. Thank you, though.
Yeah, those daggers seem pretty cool. You kicked that goblin's butt. And I'm gonna like kind of look around because I feel like there's more coming.
Just making sure.
Look at one of the goblins I killed, and one of those creatures. What are the other?
The creatures, the goblins themselves look like goblins. The creatures that look like rats seem to be goblin-like, but about the same size as Cause, but look more goblin-like.
Well, I would like to cut off 1 ear of each on the left.
All right then.
Okay,
I
Can I
shake
do
my
it?
head in disdain.
I'm just trying to ignore the ear thing, and can I like do a perception check to see if there's more following them? Like, if I
Sure.
hear anything?
You can. Remy, you can also do so, but with advantage since you have eyes in the sky.
8. Gosh, my rolls suck tonight. Okay, well, I also want to kind of sketch what these guys look like in my notebook that I carry with me while everyone's doing their thing.
And I noticed she's sketching, so I bring an ear up and show her just so she can draw it too.
I just like give him like I just like thumbs up, like thanks. So I guess.
All right.
No worries, you owe me.
Yep, sure thing.
You wait for a
Still
while.
shaking my head.
Remy, you look towards the rest of the island, and you do see footprints leading more to the north of various big creatures. Almost like a herd is going that way. But these goblin creatures and these rat folk things, they don't seem to be drawing back towards the beach. At least not at the moment. 10 minutes pass, the drawing's complete, and no enemies are going your direction.
I'm gonna let the group know that I see an awful lot of footprints to the north. All of various or some species of animal.
My ears perk up.
The footprints that you saw heading towards the northeast seem to disappear once you enter into the forest, so they either went to stealth or are harder to find.
I have nature and track enemy, and my favorite enemy is goblins. So could I roll the track? Wait a minute.
That would be survival.
Wait a minute. I think that's on a different character. Let me check my sheet.
Okay. If it is, that'd be survival. You can also just explore if you don't want to go and look for these specific tracks.
Would you say these rat things are like medium sized or like large sized?
They are medium-sized creatures, and if they had time to, the goblins could have possibly ridden them.
That's so cool.
Oh,
That's
so
so cool.
I could have ridden them.
Oh, now I know what we do. Now we start capturing them and we use them as mounts when we build our
Yes.
kingdom.
Yes, we
Get
can
rid
find
of these
some.
Let's get rid of these filthy poachers and start cultivating rodents of unusual size.
Exactly.
Yes. Make them our friends.
We can
They'll
feed
become-
them the poachers.
Jeez.
I swear I'm not evil. Like, I'm just saying that for, giggles.
I like it. I'm chaotic neutral, I believe, so this works for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm chaotic neutral, so I just, I went with it.
It works.
I'm loving all this.
Any luck, Remy?
Any luck? What?
Weren't you looking to see if goblins were...
That was Kaz.
Oh, so sorry. It's going to take me a while to figure out names.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't have that on this character, but I do speak Goblin, and I do have pretty good survival rating, so can I just roll?
Yeah, you can still roll.
What are we rolling a survival check for?
To see if any goblins remain in the area.
Can I come, help with that?
Sure. Thaw, you can roll with advantage.
Dang it, what is with this?
19.
Don't rely on me for anything.
I mean, you did give Thaw advantage, so that's good. Exploring the area, you can tell that there are no more goblins in the current vicinity. However, from what you can tell, these goblins don't belong here. Maybe the dogs do, but not them. But somehow they became domesticated.
They stole our idea.
Exploring the area, you can tell that right now that was the only group around. And
I want to find out about these smugglers.
And everything else is inside the forest.
Can I make an investigation for these humanoid steps that you were talking about? Steps, prints.
Sure. Because you don't really need to worry about the goblins, thanks to Thaw and Jazz figuring that out, you can just approach the area and roll survival to see if you can find them.
Oops, sorry. I have advantage, and that wasn't what you asked for.
Why do you have advantage?
Because I forgot. I rolled a 14 survival.
That's advantage. Okay. 14. You can tell that the footprints seem to be leading into the forest deeper inside, and you are able to see the footprints further in. So you can eventually get there if you decide to.
In the chat because I didn't want to talk over.
Oh, okay.
Any druidic markers?
Like if I, because I can spot druidic language and hidden messages throughout the entire game, and I just want to know if I should ask every once in a while if I see anything, or if you'll just let me know.
I guess I should ask the same thing about Thieves' Cant.
I will ask here and there, quite honestly. I usually do that. But if you want to say, hey, do I see anything Thieves' Cant or Druidic? Just ask me and I'll let you know.
Okay, cool.
Because it's true, sometimes I do forget.
That's why I wanted to make sure.
But currently you do not see anything there.
Okay.
Right team? Goblin camp or these guys?
Maybe these guys might be better, because what if they're hunting the goblin mounts and we end up walking right into a trap? Should we trap them before they trap us?
I'm gonna pose the question about possibly. What about a my goodness, sorry.
You're fine.
About the captain and the quest she's proposed for us and actually is willing to pay.
Typically, pirates or privateers receive a share, with the captain only receiving 2 shares.
Right. Well, I meant what I said back on the ship. I'm down to help her if it means I get money, because as you can see, I'm a slave. I don't have any.
It's fair to say it for most of you.
Like anybody else have an opinion? Are we still?
I feel like I missed something important. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Just
we were
asking about remuneration.
talking about how many of us actually want to like go on Grand Scroll quest with Captain back there now that we can talk not in front of her.
Oh, I totally want to go because I mean I'm curious about things and this
And
sounds
broke, very
interesting.
broke.
I
We're all
mean, for
very
me-
broke.
For me, I could just swim back in the ocean. I'll be fine. But I'm curious.
Good point.
I've had a very bad experience at first. I want to see what else there is out there in this world. And
I know,
guys
you
seem
poor
kinda
thing.
cool.
You're like, ooh, other people. Oh, I'm a slave now. Like, I want to do this.
I'm gonna say my character got fished out of the ocean, and that was her first experience, which should have been terrible. But then she met you guys, and she's like, "I'm kind of curious
Not
now."
everyone's a piece of crap.
And
Okay.
I've met some people from the upper world or the surface world, and they seem cool. So they can't all be terrible. So I'm just gonna assume that you guys
There's-
are kind of cool.
There's like a better chance out there than being locked in a cage.
Yeah.
Like
So I'm
locking
just
other people
exploring.
in cages.
Yeah.
Emily urges us. Yes, we know.
I am on board.
Not sure
for
what she's gonna think about
adventures.
your habit, but
I'm on board for adventures right now. I should probably check back in with my family and let them know I'm fine, but totally down to explore.
Just like sticks her
Yeah,
head
I'm down.
underwater, dolphin call.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm fine.
Viviana, you were saying?
Hey, not trapped anymore.
I was just saying, I'm down.
Okay.
Yes, an ancient primordial scroll, magical by the way, indicated islands of untold ancient riches. I want that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is sound logic. But are we gonna go take care of these poachers, or are we just gonna let them run around our island?
This is odd. There must be at least tax.
I say we go
Maybe.
get him.
We take
Maybe
over
they've got-
the island.
Maybe they've got jewels and stuff. I mean,
Yeah, how dare they infringe on our island?
Our
Yeah.
first adventure together should be taking over this island.
it should be. Yeah.
All right. With your added up survival checks and investigations on the current footprints and locations, you can tell that a masked group was heading towards the north section, which correlates with the giant footprints. The one that sneaks into the forest that almost disappears, that seems to be someone that snuck on the island and is currently doing something on it. So that doesn't seem to be the poachers. The goblins themselves might have come with poachers, but that doesn't seem to be a concern right now.
Can I stealth a little bit ahead of the group? Not too far, mind you. I'm cowardly.
I know. I kind of want to do that too, but I'm afraid I'm gonna roll badly again.
I could try to stealth ahead too. Just.
That's just everyone's stealth.
Yeah, we all try to stealth.
All right, everyone can go ahead and roll stealth as you advance
No.
forwards.
I'm gonna stay behind everybody else and just.
Oh my gosh! You're the one with lucky rolls today.
And she's the one that's sprinting ahead, all daintily, like hidden.
It's the elephant.
A light-footedness.
While I'm following behind the kobold, I'll be second in line, and I'm gonna keep peering over at his nice fancy, and Envy is gonna say,
The Battle of the Hats.
Just wait until I get some time to start hanging jewels from it like the Australians hang corks.
Oh my gosh.
All right, the group rolled pretty well, so I will place you in the next location. And I think one of you will be really happy.
Oh my gosh.
2 of you.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
riding rodents.
Are those
Raptor.
dinosaurs?
Rhinos-
Kaz is
I am very happy right now.
I
There's two
just-
things in this world
I
that
just
love,
want to
it's
keep
ears
them
and
all
dinosaurs.
as pets.
Best island ever.
Oh my god.
Is this Isla Nublar?
Can I just like stealth up and just poke this cat in the back with my hand axe?
You all rolled pretty well, but the only one that might be able to do that is Liviana.
Okay, well, I'm gonna whisper to everybody very, very quietly, or maybe only the two people next to me will hear me. But I'm gonna say, "That's a cat man. I've never seen one before." And I'm so tempted to pull my sketchbook out, but I'm gonna
So-
wait.
You've never seen one before, but you must have read about them. So what do you know?
What would I roll to
History.
like see? That's not gonna go over well. Oh, what? I happen to know everything about these guys. Let me just lay down some knowledge.
You know that this is a cat man, but they are often called former lycanthropes, as at one point or another their descendants were bitten by some vampiric entity. In this case, some sort of beast-like creature. However, through the years, they changed and turned into humanoid animal people. You know that they're quite strong and agile, but beyond that, their intelligence and wisdom are par for the course. You know that
So
they also use, primarily in tribes, large battle axes and weapons of the sort.
Okay, so essentially I condensed that into they're strong cat people who come from lycanthropes who wield very big, scary weapons. That's what I relay, pretty much. We don't have time for me to give a big history lesson, but
Are
Uh,
any of those people or animals in there chained up or anything inside of that cage?
They all seem to be
Fence thing?
corralled inside. The two creatures that you can currently see are these giant dinosaur-like creatures, medium-sized and a little bit bigger, and the giant spiders. The moment they get closer to the tiger folk, you see that he brings out a battle axe and shatters the ground with it, and then it squirms away.
okay, so what would we check to see if there are any of his friends hiding in the trees around us?
Perception. If you have a past perception, and I'm not saying they're around, of 13, maybe you'll see something.
I have
I
14.
I have 14.
You currently don't see anyone hiding.
Okay.
But passive 14 gives us a weird spidey sense.
It just shows you that there's no one currently hiding that's visible. So either they went into stealth, or there's no one around.
I just love that
What if I
description.
roll that?
And I have a 13.
I just rolled a
So
23.
can I give him advantage or?
I don't think perceptions would, in this case, be advantage. But with a 23, you can tell that there's no one else around. He seems to be waiting for a group that might never show up now.
Okay, so I let everybody around me know that I don't see anybody else.
Can Coast roll something to see about these dinos? I mean, we're of similar heritage, perhaps. Are they draconic or lizardic?
History.
Lizardic. History. Thank you.
Hey,
From what you can tell, they are not draconic. Simple reptile-like creatures.
Gross.
Really big.
no, I still want to keep them as pets.
Are they rideable?
They are
Oh, what
rideable
is it?
size.
See, I knew it.
Getting
I
or
ready
being
my
able to
net
ride
and
them.
my club.
I'm readying my animal handling.
I don't have any, but I like small animals. They're kind of
You-
medium-sized.
Dogma, you crowd a very specific amount of what you now describe as mountable dinosaurs. I don't know if you're fully prepared for where this campaign is going, but cavalry.
They are big
Okay.
enough to mound, but who knows if you'll get there.
I'm gonna try.
I'll slide of hand and try to steal them. No, just kidding. It's a terrible idea.
Okay.
Are we gonna
So-
engage with this guy?
Yeah, I think we probably should since we want to take our island. I did not say
We should
that
make
very
a plan
loud.
first. Like,
Yeah, you should like viciously mock his tail for.
This is mine now.
I will say that you all know Liviana is very, very stealthy, and she could perhaps get a good shot in before you do so.
Okay. So then since I'm right next to her, I'm gonna whisper, "Take the shot."
But do we
first
know that
close the
he's
door.
But we don't know that
Maybe-
he's hostile.
yeah, maybe he's like the captain on the ship.
Fine. Someone really high in I mean I have good deception, but my rolls have been crud. So
But we don't need deception. We're not lying.
I might deceive him that I'm here to help him with something.
But we're not deceptive. We're coming here to take over the island. We just want to know why he's on our island.
Oh, so we're gonna just come in,
hey.
strong arm him.
Yeah.
We should
Uh-oh.
do this. Somebody should run up and push him really hard inside the gate and then shut it and
But it's-
temporarily lock it.
Yeah, he's gonna
Wait,
die
she's
if
in there
we
with
do that, I
dinosaurs.
think.
No, he
But-
would just climb over. He's a lion.
He's a
tiger
cat.
man. He's a cat man.
That's bad. Okay, you know what? If no one's gonna attack him, I'm just gonna step out and be like, "What's up?"
Yeah, I'll join you. in that.
I'll play Faith. I don't mind approaching and asking him what he's doing.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
I'm a
play
swashbuckler.
Faith. Let's hear you
We're
play
all-
Faith.
We're all the most
He's
arrogant
hard.
people ever. I love
I'm
it.
like, maybe not the whole group should go out though, because then he might be like, "Oh god, they're
Oh
gonna kill
shit!
me."
What just happened? Let's hide back and let
Yeah, so
two of us go forward.
before I step forward, I'm gonna tell the rest of the group that they should all stay out of sight and that he might not notice that you guys are there.
We should have
I'm gonna like,
another person follow you, just as backup. Like, let him see two people.
I'll
I
go.
wanna hide behind this tree trunk right here.
All right.
Since I'm very thin, I can kind of like
I'm
hide.
putting on like mud
I'm
and
s-
twigs.
Since I'm still in stealth, you
Ghillie
know.
suit.
So
So you and who else is gonna go up and approach him?
I am.
I'm gonna
Coast
hide.
in his big hat feels arrogant enough to go up.
oh my
So
gosh,
three.
three of them. Okay.
I'm gonna hide. Hide in the bushes with you.
Okay.
I think I'm near you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So I'm hiding in the bushes near you.
We're like playing rock paper scissors back there. Who has to deal with him if they fail?
Let's
right.
end up with the
Do this,
three
I got
most
these
fragile
daggers.
characters.
Yeah, right. Who's got the
You
lowest
know,
armor
yeah,
class? All
go.
three of you go.
Hey, I'm not. I actually said I would go first, and then everyone else was like, "I'll go," and I'm like, "Okay, bye."
This is the one character that I've actually put some charisma into.
It's talking right now, so we are on the sidelines, ready to pounce if anything happens. But yes, you're
I'm
right.
gonna.
We should
I'm
not
gonna
have sent
take
out
out
our
my short bow. Like, be ready.
I got my darts ready.
All right. As you approach the man, half the team going into stealth and locking in, perhaps to attack, Kos, Remy, and Liviana approach this tiger man.
You there, furry orange one with the tail. What are you doing here?
Here on our island.
The man turns around, looks towards you, Remy, Liviana, and Kos, and goes, "What's going on here? You're not part of the D team. Explain yourselves."
Explain ourselves. We're trying to figure out what you're doing on our island. Did you not hear me the first time?
Your island? No, this is Dino Island. And the Dino Rangers always get what they want.
Ooh.
Roll initiative.
Oh, I'm ready.
Thal, Navy, and Jazz, roll initiative with advantage.
Does that mean like
16.
18?
He got an
And those
11.
11. Oh, look at that tiebreaker. That's why we have tiebreaker on.
I'm changing mine now.
Let's see here.
Okay. I fixed mine already manually.
2. Okay, this is good enough.
And 14.
Fortunately for him, unfortunately for him, 2 people go before him. So, at the start of the initiative,
Wait, I think. Okay, I was gonna say he rolled 14, so I got
he did,
fixed.
so I put him on top. Oh,
Okay.
and he changed it too. That works.
And then I changed mine to 16, which is with advantage from 9.
All right. I believe that's everyone. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. And initiative start. Navy, you're up first.
How far can I get up there and use my daggers?
You can. He's not so far away.
Run up here. Hope I set this up right, and if I didn't, tell me and I will type it out. I don't think I set that up right. Why does it say +9? Is that right? Blue daggers.
No, you re-added
It's-
extra things.
I'm just gonna type it out. Ignore that. So it's 1d20 plus 5, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And then sorry.
Slash roll instead
I
of
know,
X.
I
Yeah,
know.
you shift.
I'm so
it's
sorry.
okay. Don't worry.
It's so hard not to.
If a dog wants to
One,
give me your sheet, I can fix it.
20 plus 5. And I'm gonna copy and paste that because I know I get 2 attacks, and I'm sorry. Copy.
Did you
Alright.
hear that, Adogma?
I did.
About giving him sheets so he could.
Yeah, I'm giving
He
you
loves me enough
control
to
now.
do that. I'm so sorry.
That's
I
totally-
swear I'm trying. I'm
No,
so
don't
trying.
even worry about it. It literally took me 3 sessions when I first started playing to like even understand the sheet, let alone fill it out right. So
I should know this by now. He's helped me so much.
You're used to
Anyways,
playing
so-
a caster, don't worry.
So I roll. So I roll 1d20 plus 5.
12 does hit, if only barely.
Okay, and I get 2 attacks, so I'm just gonna copy and paste that right now. Ba, ba, ba.
16 also hits.
Okay, so for my damage, I roll 1d6 plus 3, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
twice.
Oh, I forgot the space. 1.
Hey guys, may I
Mm.
suggest capturing him, knocking him out, and closing that door so none of the dinosaurs.
That's a good idea. We should at least like drag him out and close the door. We don't even necessarily have to knock him out. But we might be able to barter. We could like barter like him for them getting off our freaking island.
You go straight for the man and slash him with 2 good blows. He is still alive, so he's easy to hit, just hard to kill. At least for now. Any movement or bonus action?
I think that wasn't the extra attack my bonus action?
I think so, yeah. But you still have a little bit of
So-
movement. I think 10 feet.
No, you have an unarmed attack as a bonus action.
Oh! I think I actually have that set up right.
You could kick him.
With the 5, you just kick straight towards him, but you just miss. Well, you
I
don't
missed.
just
I
miss.
don't know why I clicked that.
You got
I don't know
a
why I
natural one.
Yeah,
So-
I was like, I don't know why I clicked the second part. Ignore that.
You just
Sorry.
kick straight towards his face.
I
and you-
tried. I tried.
You stop an inch before it, so it just looks like you're showing him your feet. Coast.
Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice.
Alright, couple pack tactics mean that I have advantage on. I swashed last time, so I have
I actually get to go next, but I'm not up there at
Oh,
the top of the.
right, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're just not.
Oh, that's weird. Why did it put you to the bottom?
I don't know. But okay, so
Yeah,
I'm.
because Kaz also has the 4.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
That's weird.
going on with you, roll 20.
Too many people are using it at once.
Yeah. Okay.
Kaz rolled twice, and it just took the 10 because he didn't actually have it set to roll it with advantage.
Oh.
And then I think when it got changed to 14, it didn't move him.
Got it.
I'm
Sorry,
probably
Klaus.
gonna be on there, down there somewhere.
Jazz,
No
I'll
worries.
go first.
I'm gonna move over here, and then I hope I set this up right. I had to fix it, but I'm gonna. Hey.
Short bow 18 does hit. You aim straight towards him and you shoot him straight toward the right center. He does get mad and begins to shout out a war cry.
Ooh. Made Kitty mad. And I did say that.
Anything else?
No, I'm good right here.
Alright, Thal.
Okay, so before I make a movement, am I able to know if those dinosaurs are tethered to anything? If they're trying to run out the door?
None of them seem to be tethered.
But they're not running
any of
either,
them-
right?
No, they seem to be skittish.
Oh.
Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna run up and try to throw a net on him, on the
Didn't
Kitty
this
mad.
backfire last
on
time?
the tiger guy.
You did. You might want to back up. No, I'm just kidding.
It could work this
And-
time, you guys. Come on, have faith.
And you don't have line of sight.
You'd have to like go.
You could roll incredibly well. Believe in the roll.
That's true.
So-
Go ahead and roll a ranged attack.
You weren't the one netted last time.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
that is true.
I'm over here.
And then that comes on me somehow.
What do I just roll a d20 or?
D20 plus dex if you're proficient in nets plus proficiency. $12 is his AC, so you do manage to get it over him, thankfully.
Cool. I have like +3 to my dex too, so.
Nice. So it does wrap around him. The next individual that does a close range attack would have advantage.
I suggest we knock him out, guys.
Anything else, though?
No.
Alright. Kos.
Should I roll again, or
What was the first roll? We can just do that if you want.
18?
18 does hit.
I mean, I could roll a 20, right? I have advantage. I'm not gonna knock it.
I mean, if you're trying to kill him.
Well, I could specify non-lethal. I've got a basket on the rapier I could punch him in the face with.
No, good point.
Oh, well,
Get
I'm
off
gonna
our
go for the
island!
20.
Boom! That's
Better,
better,
but not quite there. And then the damage, specifying non-lethal, and I have advantage, so it's a sneak attack. Is he still awake?
You do see that he gets struck in the side, and then he begins to bleed out heavily. He's not dead, but he is now at half health, you imagine.
Okay, and then because I think any character can do this really offhand strike, and I think I have this set up strike correctly, and I have advantage.
Everyone except for monks would have disadvantage on that.
It's not disadvantage, it's just that you don't get to add your proficiency bonus for the damage. Pretty sure I was just looking that up.
For now, I'll accept it. It's still a 15 either way.
Which is... So I slap him in the side with the flat of the blade.
Still awake, but now he's mad more at you than Jazz.
Why do I do this to myself?
Alright. He will now go for the net. Because he's more aggressive and doesn't like to think. Hits the net. And that is 1d8 plus 3. And he only needs to do 4 more points of damage to break through the net. Remy.
Where is your cat in the background now?
I think they're sleeping.
No, just because we got a cat in the net.
Just like this cat's gonna be sleeping here in a minute.
I am going to go ahead and continue my mockery. This time mentioning that he's so weak that the cat can't even get out of the bag.
He doesn't have any wisdom, so it'd be a flat roll. Ten probably doesn't beat it.
No, it's DC 4.
Yeah, so he does look a little downtrodden, and he does have disadvantage on his next attack.
And then I'm gonna move 5 feet, but stay within his attack range and close the doors. As my...
All right.
Actually,
Thank you for
Ned,
that.
is he able to take an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay, then 5. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Liviana.
Can I make an attack with a dagger and it be non-lethal? Or...
Yes. The only things you really can't do non-lethally is long-range attacks beyond 30 feet, because no way you would have control over that, and magic.
Right. Okay.
So...
Speaking of, if it does psychic damage, would you be able to consider that as non-lethal?
Yes. Because I think it's technically your brain power.
Okay, so I'm gonna slash him with my dagger, non-lethal.
Alright. 18 does hit. Let's see, 3. You see that he gets slashed straight through. He's not dead, but he is now closer to death than he would like.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Navy.
Okay. We're trying to keep him alive, right?
It seems that way.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't either. Are we using him as a bargaining chip?
Or what?
I want to
Wait,
question
wasn't it
him
your
about-
idea?
No, it was not my idea.
It was mine. I want to question him about the dinosaurs.
Okay.
How to control them, how to, if possible, ride them.
So you want to keep him alive to try to get to know how to like take advantage of the dinosaurs?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to know why we're trying to keep him alive. That way I don't kill him.
And then you can use them as bargaining chip later. I don't care, but I just want to know about the dinosaurs.
Okay. Sounds good enough. I want to use my daggers again, and I wrote down how to use them. Okay.
I should have it set up if there's nothing special besides them being D6.
Zazu?
Yep.
I named him that because I'm weird and I like to name shit. I'm sorry. Let me try it. It's
17
Azuli,
does
by
it?
the way. Alright, and then if it's done, I click that and does that, right?
That's a natural 1 plus 2. So yeah.
But yeah,
No.
thank you.
Her dex is plus 2, it's 15.
Yes, but it should be +3.
It should be 1d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Well, just
It's
because.
special.
Okay, is that in a 1d6 plus dex plus 1? Or is
Yes.
it 1d6 plus 3? Okay.
It's just
I'll set that
special to the weapon. 1d6 plus 3.
I got it. So just add 1 to that.
That is 4. Aiming straight for the tiger man, you bop him on the side of his nose with your dagger's hilt. It hits him, definitely has some nasal problems after this, unless you heal him.
And you should have another roll, which should now work correctly.
Okay, so I should be able to click. Boom. Next roll.
I'm afraid 7 does not hit.
No, that would not. Just, are you done, sir? Are you done? Do we really need to keep going? I'm gonna ask him that. I'm gonna like pretend to hit him, and then I know it doesn't hit, so I'm just gonna pull away. Do I need to hit you anymore? Are you done here?
You have a bonus action as well with an unarmed strike. Monks!
I do. Yeah, that is true. And I do have my unarmed strike set up.
You
But I don't
continue
think that's-
to berate him. You pretend you punch, but you miss, so you then pretend to gesture heavily with your hands. Jazz.
I fake. I'm just psyching him out the whole time. Psych, psych. Dude, you want to keep going, man? Like, are we gonna? Can you just give us the info we want?
We haven't asked him any questions.
You really haven't.
I thought we did. I thought we asked him about the dinosaurs. I
No,
thought
he
something
he just started attacking us.
The only question
We
he
basically
asked,
said-
what are you doing here on our island? And then he turned around and said, what are you doing here? You're not a member of the D team. And we asked you what you're doing on our island. Those were the questions you asked.
Alright, I still feel valid. I still feel pretty valid. Like, I punched him once, I did some damage, and then I psyched him out twice, and I'm just, do we really need to keep going? Yeah, this is our island. Can you just... Why are you
Sound
still
confident.
fighting?
Come on.
Why? Why
Jazz,
are you fighting?
go ahead.
Get off our land!
Alright, I'm gonna come up here. And I'm going to... Is he still standing?
If barely.
Okay, I want to take my foot and knock him over onto the ground.
Huh.
Just to, like, humiliate
We're
him,
just
you know?
bullying him
Just like
right
a boom onto the ground.
Roll on athletics.
How
Oh.
how quickly we have become our own tormentors.
Do I roll that with advantage because he's in a net?
He doesn't get to roll. I just do a flat DC that you get to beat.
Oh, God.
Look at what
That
happens.
the whole time. I'm trying to beat him up with daggers and psyching him out. Like,
Okay.
It's an
Stab
11.
at him.
Sorry about that. Okay. You then see that Navy begins to psych him out. Are you going to ask our questions? Are you going to answer our questions? Huh? 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 He turns towards her and he goes, what are you talking about? Which gives you just enough leverage to kick his knees in, pin his legs down, and basically grapple him onto the ground.
Yes!
The DC to beat was 10 because he was in a net.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question since he seems a bit confused. Okay, so these are the questions that we have. 1, how many are you? 2, what are you doing on our island? And 3, what are you doing with our dinosaurs?
4, how do we ride the dinosaurs?
Shh, we know that. There are dinosaurs. Shh.
At this point, you're kind of out of combat, so I'm going to remove the turn order for now.
Man, we turned from captives to captors on the fucking
I know.
on a dime.
we are the bad guys.
I mean, if he's not a bad guy, we'd obviously let him go eventually.
But he attacked us first, and he's
Exactly.
used to answer our question.
Self-defense. Self-defense.
It psyched him out a bunch, okay?
It is on.
Okay, so I asked my questions.
Alright, go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage, because you beat the crap out of him.
Okay.
That's how you persuade people, right?
Not normally, no.
Special circumstances.
That's how you intimidate them.
In the meantime, can we put a barricade up over this door that he had open for some reason? Does it have like a latch we can swing close?
Yes it does. It was heavy, but Remy did manage to close it. Thankfully enough, he did have disadvantage because you beat him up, so he just barely fails.
Thank goodness.
He then states, "Alright already, calm down. If you want to be new recruits, we're always hiring."
Recruits, what part of our island do you not get?
Yes, no, we're not recruits. You're well, you're
Trespassers.
tenants, or tenants that aren't yet paying rent.
There we go.
He then looks at you and goes, "What are you talking about? This is an inhabited island where we come and collect specimens. Although they've been becoming rarer now. And we were honestly thinking about just calling it a day with these guys and perhaps never coming back. Or setting the forest on fire."
Well, you won't be setting our forest on fire.
I walk up and I grab him by the scruff, and I'm yelling in his face, "Who are we? Who are you saying is we? Who are your friends?"
The D-team, obviously. Me, my goblin hordes, and my friend Bob and Jeff.
Oh,
And
shit.
where are your goblin hordes right now?
Well, they're over by the coastline, keeping an eye out for our friends to return.
I chuckle deeply.
What did you guys plan on doing afterwards?
Well, the number of hordes in this area are dwindling down. So once we capture this lot, we were gonna decide if either we burnt the forest or just leave it and see if they regroup.
Right. So you guys are pretty much like scum people then.
Yeah, so it sounds like to me.
The scummiest scum of the scumbag world.
I don't like scumbags.
You know, I really could use a new fur lining.
Oh.
Ooh.
You know that's highly illegal with humanoid races, right?
Really? Well, you don't have any problems with doing it with these nice... What are these, dinosaurs?
They're dinosaurs, yes.
This is our island. We would know that.
Because I'm speaking clearly, but you don't have any problems with doing it with these dinosaurs, but yet you have a problem if it's...
Well, yeah, dinosaurs can't think. Look at them, they're stupid. And we sell them to coastlines that don't have a problem with poaching.
Yeah, well, they're obviously afraid, so they think. They think they're afraid.
Also, would you like a job training dinosaurs for sale, not poaching? Because definitely we own all this land and we can make what's legal, legal. Illegal,
Yeah.
legal.
Training job.
These
Well,
creatures need
we
months
kinda
to
need-
train.
Yeah, that's months of pay for you then.
You know, we're a new formed group here, and we kind of need some kind of badge to, like, bring
We're
us
like
together.
totally giving away that this isn't our island.
We can always use his
Right of
fur
conquest.
as that.
It's
I don't know.
ours, and we
I
say
have a
it's
problem
ours.
with him. I have a problem with him thinking that it's okay to put other animals down when we're all animals.
Yeah, what she said.
Roll persuasion. Any one of you.
All of us? 'Cause-
All of you.
Persuasion for. Did you hear my whole thing here? My whole.
It was awkward, but still persuasion.
Persuasion.
Sorry about the advantage.
That's how
First one
persuasive
is
you
19.
just were.
Well, it wasn't towards him. It was towards you guys.
Oh, well, we
Yeah.
believe you.
Well, the Dino Rangers are always looking to expand out. If you need trainers, we would be happy to help corral these creatures.
No, my whole thing was I got totally lost somewhere. I was saying we need a new badge for our teammates. Let's use his fur as a badge because he's a terrible person and he's okay with keeping these people
No.
or these dinosaurs here.
So long as that one doesn't cut up my fur. Or that one,
Huh.
pointing
That's the
towards
whole
Thal.
point.
You don't have to worry about that. He might take your ear, though.
My persuasion was towards my teammates, like, let's just cut this guy up and use his fur as, like, badges
And you
right
rolled
now.
a 4.
Yes, I did. I totally did. So he's, like, taking advantage of it. Well, yeah, we can do that. No, that's not what I meant. Being confused. I spoke too quickly right now, and I'm being misinterpreted. And
You
then I
roll a
just
4
made it.
and we all
This
just
is my
kind of
bad. I'm really bad
just
at
look
talking.
at you.
Okay.
oh boy.
My
Huddle.
character in general is
We need to
super
huddle.
terrible at talking. So I was trying to say, like, he's a terrible person. Let's just kill him.
Let's just
But I
huddle
said
up.
it so bad I couldn't even form the sentences.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna point at him with an arrow and say, "Don't move," and then I'm gonna like tell everybody we should talk about what we want to do with him.
And I'm so bad at communicating that. You know what I'll do? I'll just stand guard and watch him.
Okay.
So bad at communicating.
So yeah, I'm
We
gonna
need to
like.
gag.
Well, everyone he's here with right now is dead, so I guess it doesn't matter much. Okay, so
Well, I mean, there's a ship coming to get him.
yeah, and
presumably.
she'll probably see the ship coming, the captain back at the ship.
Yeah, but what is she gonna do?
Hopefully, send off a warning
just-
shot or something.
Should have sent us a text.
Warning shots. I mean, come on. Didn't we see a pistol in her room?
I think Thal stole it.
Oh, nice, Thal. Nice.
No, I
She
can
must have a flare or something. I mean, she's on
I
a
actually
boat.
have a.
Or a
Shit. I'm buying
freaking
this
cannon. I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
not
she'll
even in
shoot him with the cannon.
Conversation.
Okay, so what do we want to do here with this guy and his comrades that are coming?
Do you guys know how to take care of these gross lizard things that aren't good enough to be draconically related but are still pretty?
It'll take
Because I
time.
don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I have animal handling, but it doesn't mean nothing.
Alright, so let's all pretend that we know something about it and roll animal hand. Catherine might know something.
I might. A little bit. Just a tiny bit. Minuscule. A little bit.
Alright.
I guess I know about tiger people and about dinosaurs. What?
It's that shapeshifter in you.
Jazz, you know that
You don't know that.
I saw
No,
you
don't.
turn your arm into a snake thing and pry.
Oh, were you watching? Because I'm sure not everybody noticed.
Jazz, you can
there
tell
wasn't a lot else going on.
you can tell that these dinosaurs could eventually be trained, But without the skills and necessity to do so, they would likely not be. Currently, you might maybe be able to train one, but you don't exactly have the skills to do so. It would take longer, but still doable.
Okay.
Does the tiger guy have the knowledge for that?
I was gonna say, before we ask him, side note, how many of you were distracting the pirates on the ship and not waiting for me to get the name? Like, who was singing and like ringing on the bars?
There was 3 of us.
I was.
Okay, so
I was going to whinge and complain, but they had.
okay, so then 2 of you noticed that I'm a changeling, or just 1 of you?
I didn't
I
notice.
think 3 of us noticed.
Because if
It was-
they're whoever was distracting probably didn't notice, but whoever wasn't probably did.
Fall was
I don't
meditating.
think I noticed.
Remy, Navy, and Liviana were banging and drumming, so I think Kaz is the only one that technically, without a roll, knows.
Okay.
That you can at least
Okay.
change your hand, maybe not your entire form.
Okay, just making sure, because she wants to keep that a secret as long as possible.
Mhm.
Okay, So-
Where I'm from, there are a lot of weird things that happen.
good point.
And I'm not paying attention to this conversation because I rolled.
Well, that was
terribly, so I'm
that
just
was like
watching.
that
Side
was
note.
me more like metagaming, asking out of like.
Oh,
character.
I got you.
Yeah,
No,
just-
you're cool. That's
So,
totally
I
acceptable.
wanted to make sure, so that way I didn't go, oh yeah, I was surprised, and everyone go, yeah, we already know. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. For your great introduction. That's what this
Motorcycles.
is for.
Oh, we were
Love it.
supposed to think
Like-
you were a boy.
Like, oh, I wish one of us was a blah blah blah. Hold my beer, I got this.
Right?
Like, I wait for that moment before the grand reveal. You know? Okay, just making sure.
For it. I'm oblivious. I mean,
I mean, one of you might be like, I knew something was up with you, but the rest of you are gonna be like, okay.
no, I'm pretty sure I'm oblivious. I'm just like, everything's normal. You surface folks are so weird.
Okay.
Point.
You still.
Alright, enough side talk. You do know that the dinosaurs can be trained, but it'd take longer for you guys to do it. Since he's a poacher and has dealt with animals, this guy could train them faster. That doesn't mean you necessarily trust him.
That's what I'm saying.
As you're contemplating this, the man doesn't move, but he does state, you know, I can also tell the rest of my gang that there's nothing here and I've already started the fire, and we can all just leave and never come back.
I want to see if he's telling the truth.
The rest of his gang.
Yeah, the
ones
ones coming
that are
back on
coming by
line.
boat.
Oh.
Jim and Bob. He made their names known earlier on.
Gotcha. Sorry.
11. You believe... Oh wait, that's animal handling. But if anyone wants to know if he's telling the truth, go ahead and roll insight.
What now?
Oh,
Roll
Anyone-
insight. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm trying to engage with the dinosaurs right now, but I rolled an 18 on insight, so I'll sit tight, I guess.
you're like, I'm gonna jump in there and I'm gonna stand in front of them.
from what you can tell, he is, and seemingly enough, is telling the truth. Cause you're wondering if
And
Navy's telling the
Defend
truth
them.
about just watching him.
I draconian heritage. I can't. No, okay.
Right, just jump over the fence.
Let's
but
just
I think
do
a dog
it.
was cutting out. I think a dog was cutting
Hello.
out really bad right now.
Hello?
Yeah.
And I'm back. Can I be heard? Nope. And I'm back. Can I be heard?
There you are.
Yep.
Ta-da!
Okay. With your insight rolls, cause you believe Navy might not be telling the truth about just watching the Tiger Man. Everyone else believes that he is telling the truth. Right now, especially the Thaw and Navy, he just wants to live. He can care less about this island. As he mentioned before, the numbers on here, on this island to poach, are to a point where they're not really needed anymore.
So he poached him to almost non-existent.
Yes,
So he's just a terrible fucking person.
that just wants to live.
Well, if she'll let you go, you're going to have to tell us every tiny little thing you know about capturing, cultivating, and training.
That would take
Magnificent,
weeks.
not cool. Well,
If
write
not
it down.
years.
Come on. Get
How
going.
much health does he have left in the document?
What was that?
How much health does he have
She's
left?
just gonna stab him like he's useless.
Probably a good single blow or 2 decent blows.
Meanwhile, I'm climbing the gate.
And I can tell he can't help us train these things, right?
He can, but if he will, is up in the air.
Right. Can I psych him out?
Like to freak
Listen,
him out
I'm willing.
that he thinks he's about to die?
Yes. Can I approach him in a manner that I'm about to kill him and then say, if you don't help us train these things, they...
Roll intimidation as Jazz just jumps over the fence.
I just was like, since everyone's distracted, I'm just gonna. Hey,
What could go
there.
wrong?
Hey,
I'm gonna help her
Intimidation.
intimidate him.
I mean, I did roll a 21 in animal handling, so I think I could be okay.
You have to roll again to actually handle this animal. Navy, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay.
Thaw, roll intimidation as well.
I'll pitch in.
All right.
Get to me last. I did all right.
We're
but I-
pretty much like at this point, I said it, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that's pretty much true right now. We're just gonna kill you if you can't help us with this shit."
It's like in the anime when like all the hooligan, like this strong man, like bleh, bleh, and then rising up behind the half elven creature that's just like, you fucking do what I say.
No, I feel like yes, that too.
I love
That's
it.
a great one. But I feel like at this point, it's more like anybody else here will. Like,
You say that to him,
help us or don't.
and Thaw brings out his pike and smashes it next to his head. Liviana then brings out a small fire cantrip that to him would make no sense other than he might just now die as she brings it close within inches of his face. As a combined group, you rolled pretty well. That you do smell a hint of pneumonia in the air.
Oh. Oh.
It's
Did he
that
piss himself?
it's that cat spread.
He pissed himself, guys. How?
Oh,
Oh.
He then states, "All right,
it's like he
fine.
wants to try her.
I'll tell them to leave. I'll train these guys." As the dinosaur comes towards you, bites in the air in front of you, and then runs back.
Oh. Poor thing.
Nice.
So I'm in here like really sad because they're so scared and I'm not happy about it.
All right, well, let's hang around and try to find out how to train them so we can do it good.
As you're not happy about it, you do see that the spiders are coming towards you now.
Oh, I'll kill them. Come here.
I
little
love
jerk.
spiders. They're probably.
Are
for
you
the
coming in
best.
here with me? Yeah. So are these spiders
I was
mean
already-
to the are these spiders mean to the dinosaur?
They just seem to be ignoring them. But they're coming
Okay,
towards
because
you.
I'm like, I double want to stab them now. Okay.
I can't tell if Coast wants to have a kinship with these things or be like a Jack Russell and snap at them. You're like, "Ah, I'm the lizard thing."
I will protect them.
Navy's curious about the spiders because land creatures.
I'm gonna tell her to be careful because they're usually poisonous.
Jazz and Navy, go ahead and roll animal handling.
Oh my. Please don't let those last two be a fluke.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where's my handle? I think I would
Okay.
have rolled that more with Rialta.
Yeah, I think so. Jazz, you see this one go straight for your face. Navy, you see that this one stops right in front of you. Jazz, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, gosh. I knew that was gonna happen.
It goes
Fight
straight,
me.
It goes straight for your face, hits you for 1d6 point of damage, and then just skitters away.
My character's good
So
with. Or
They're
she has
actually scared too. Okay, change this. That was a nice spider, I say after the spider, like wagging my. I like animals.
yeah, my character has like a fascination with small animals.
If you were a small creature, these spiders specifically would be able to be rideable, just letting you know, but medium-sized creatures would not. Eventually, this one just skitters away.
Spider.
That one just skitters away. That's it.
Yes. It
You're
went
like,
up
I
to
wanted to
you.
say hi.
I petted it. I like tapped it. I was like, "Aw."
And then it ran.
And then it ran.
Oh, that's why I ran away. Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
say no, it didn't run away because you touched it. It ran away because it doesn't know if it can trust you, and at the same time though, it's not brave enough to bite you like me. And I look at the spider that bit me and go, mean.
You
As if
should
it can
call yours
understand
and
me.
Nancy's.
It skitters away. But yeah, you have the word of a poacher that you can trust him to train your creatures. And he'll tell his friends that this island's no longer needed, and he needs to stay here for a little bit to make sure the goblins don't kill each other. That last bit was added.
We
Wait,
should
was that-
probably move the dead goblins off the beach then.
Nice.
He looks horrified.
And we killed the tiger guy, right?
No,
You're still debating.
he's
Right.
not dead yet.
Okay.
He's gonna let us ride. Well, he's gonna make it so these are right. He's
Oh,
gonna turn
yeah,
from a
that's right.
poacher into a homesteader.
We're all gonna have a baby dinosaur to ride.
But do you agree
He's
to his
gonna
plan?
turn from a poacher into a conservationist. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll be waiting in the. Okay, so we'll have to move. We'll have to move our ship out of the way so they don't see it. Where's your ship landing?
To the south. Which is not
Is
in
that
the
where our
location of
ship
your ship.
is?
No, yours is to the west.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right then. You lead the way. We'll. Okay. Do they have enough food for now?
For now, yes.
Okay. So you lead the way. We'll be nearby, as it were. Does anyone have any sort of magical compulsion? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I
But I
will,
feel really sad leaving them alone.
I will give it away that only one of you needs to really go. Maybe something. Jazz would probably know this, honestly. Only one of you really needs to go away to pretend to be one of his henchmen, one of the goblins, or the rat dogs, and tell his companions. Too many would draw too much attention, and if they saw the gaggle of people that are different races and classes, might
Okay. Yeah.
be suspicious.
All right. I'll be the goblin / rat dog. Fine. All right.
And I'll be here with the dinosaurs.
All right.
But no, I will because that perfectly.
Yeah, to move things along, because he was telling the truth, I'm not gonna make you do the rolls. Cause you dressed up as one of the goblins. I think one of you did steal some clothes. You meet his two companions after they land and dock. Where is the second? There he is.
Dragonborn.
He talks with them, telling him it's no longer needed. This
I-
area is fine. Go ahead.
And just during this time, I won't be wearing my hat. I know it pains me, but subterfuge.
All right. He rolled a 16, and his two companions rolled a 4 and a 15. So he lucked out. The Dragonborn then states, "All right, then, if you're sure about this, Tim." "Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Right. Just make sure your goblins don't die out, and we'll see you in about a year." "Yes, yeah. I could probably see if the numbers dwindle by then, or they go extinct." His secondary humanoid companion states, "Yeah, you do that. Just be careful, I suppose. We can't exactly bring out too many new poachers out here. Well, you already know, but they really don't care for them." "Yeah, I know, just be careful for yourselves." "Right. Come along then," as the Dragonborn then heads out. And so does the human.
You know, my furry friend, it's really not so bad, this life overall. I mean, we can offer you an equal share. We'll be providing a rather essential service, I think.
He then states, "All fine and good. I just want to train your dragons, I guess. Dinosaurs, I don't know."
No, they're not good enough to be dragons, let me tell you that. But they are rather intriguing.
"I just want to get this job done. I only took this job to get paid. And even then, it pays very little since we have to pay the damn..." Anyways.
No, that's what I was talking about, shares, old chap. You train the, well, not quite dragony dragon. We go about gaining riches, and you get a bit of that. Because you're here training our dragons, eh?
He then moves
Not
over,
dragons.
not close enough to like attack you or anything, just to get up in your face. "Look, it's fine. I'll deal with them. I'll train them. Whatever you want to do with them, it's up to you. But after the time's up, just let me leave. I'd rather not be around this area when the fleet comes around."
Yeah. I'm sorry. Which fleet is that?
"Do you not?"
As we re-enter everyone's hearing. No, we don't know anything, really. I mean, we're... This is our island.
But we haven't been here in a while. You can't hear me, but yeah.
No, I like to... That's like, we re-enter everyone's earshot.
"Look, the
Okay.
fleet is a band of pirates that go about, move from island to island, either taking it over or plundering everything they can get their hands on.
And now I'm starting to question if he's talking about our pirate.
Sometimes they branch out, sometimes they stick in a complete group. And if you're unlucky to get the entire group against you, then you're dead."
And what, they come around these parts, do they?
They go anywhere they decide to go. Or they get a tip and they go that way.
Okay, well that's not really helpful. They're bad people who go places.
I'm not a
Great,
part
thanks.
of them. I don't know.
Okay, well it sounds like you'd rather be nowhere that they go, so this is as good a place as any.
He shrugs. "Wasn't my job."
And this is, I mean, rather an unpopular island, eh? I mean, even your friends are going to wait a whole year before coming.
More or less, they wanted to make sure that they had a chance to repopulate, and if they don't, they'll just not deal with it anymore. At this point, he is right next to the cage, just talking with Koss. And then he then states to the rest of the group, look, I got rid of them. You have about a year if you want to stick around for that time. In a few months, I can get these little guys trained.
And I think it would be reasonable for all of us to offer maybe a small bonus, depending on how quickly they were trained. I don't know.
I think Koss is asking the group.
I would contribute if they were trained a little faster.
I think that's fair.
I point out that by a little faster, I don't mean hurt them to get your way.
I chime in and
Nice try.
Alright, it'll be a little trickier, but I might be able to do it within a month. Without injuring them, maybe 2.
Can I approach one of them? Are they like hostile towards us?
They're very
It
skittish.
snapped at me and ran away.
They're like wild horses. Unless you actually provoke them to do something, they'll just run around the area.
So if I like walk up to one and like I'm like, come here, what happens?
They get close, bite the air in front of you, and then run away.
Can't roll anything.
All animal handling do, I'm gonna tell you this now, would allow you to pet them.
I want to pet one.
I do too.
Alright,
Touch it.
Animal handling.
animal handling then.
No. No.
What the heck just happened? Oh my god.
Well, yours is better than mine, god.
I didn't roll anything. I accidentally pushed back. I have a MacBook, so if you accidentally just like swish your mouse thing to the side, it like takes you to a different page, and I'm like, you're a pain.
Well, you like what it did for you.
What did it,
No,
what
that
did
was Ty. That was.
Oh,
I was
I
gonna
don't know.
say I
I
didn't
don't-
do anything.
I don't know names either.
Oh, I didn't do any good either. So I'm like,
Well, this is just too much fun for anyone not to jump on in.
You gotta try. I mean, come on.
I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just like,
Yeah,
hello.
we're trying to get to know our new friendly steeds, and he got to condition. I feel like this should prolong how long it takes him to condition all of our steeds.
It might.
Kosa's gonna be speaking Draconic. You know, like some very professional dog handlers speak in German.
Yeah.
It's like that's the command language.
Remy, are you gonna try to pet one?
No, I like to keep my fingers in.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll sit back and watch.
None of you rolled a natural 1, so you don't lose any fingers or go into combat. But maybe you do see that this one comes close to your face and nearly bites it, and then runs off. Jazz, you see this one come close to your face, and then goes for your arm. You quickly move away, and then it runs away. Thaw, you see this one get close to you, and then just burrow its head down, much like a cat when it wants to be petted.
Aw.
Liviana, you see this one come close to you, and then just begins to nuzzle your cheek. It kind of hurts, but it doesn't actually hurt you. Kaz, you see this one come close to you, turns around, and then just sits down as you pet it. And that will be end the session for today.
oh.